This is the new DI Duo from Movo, a compact wireless microphone system made for any type of mobile filmmaking, audio recording, or just online content creation. This version I have here today was made for the iPhones, Lightning ports, but they also offer this microphone for Android as well, as long as you have a USB-C port. Today I am here to share my initial thoughts on this microphone, as well as run a few tests since this is a wireless system. Before we begin, I want to quickly disclose that no, this is not a sponsored video, but Movo did send me these to try out. When I heard from them, I was super excited because having owned two Movo products in the past, I was impressed with my last purchase from them, and I did a review on that microphone. You can see on one of these sides here above my head. That one was the VXR10 Pro, another compact microphone from them, except that one is wired and a shotgun mic. So before we head out and take these guys to the field, let's go over what comes in the box and what are some of its functions. Here we have a carrying case, a receiver that will go into your phone, two transmitters, which will be your microphones, two foam windscreens, and two USB-C cables. These will charge your microphones. To turn it on, we plug in our receiver. From there, you should get a blue blinking light. Hold the power button on our transmitters for about 2 seconds until we get a solid blue light on both. Now, the functions. First is mute. How we mute is we just need to press once on the power button, which will give us this blue blinking light, indicating that we are currently muted. Second, there's also a noise cancellation function. Here's how we toggle it. You do so by double clicking. It'll indicate us by another blinking blue light, but as you notice, this one will be blinking at a slower pace. All right, so we are here outside for our field test, and I have this currently recording on the iPhone on the voice memo app, the default one, so just the one that comes with the phone. And I wanted to hear what it sounds like. Both of us currently have our microphones on. Is there any interference that you guys hear when I'm moving around like this in between us? Just say something, anything. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, so how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Really good?
Yeah.
We're also gonna test the noise cancellation feature, but we're gonna read our sentences without noise canceling first.
The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. Two blue fish swam in the tank.
And that was all three?
Yeah.
Okay, and so I'll read mine, and keep in mind that hers is attached right here. Mine might be a little closer to my mouth, but I'll try to match her volume. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. So how did that sound? I'm gonna move up to her and keep talking. See if that changes anything. Hello, Liz, how are you doing?
I'm good.
You're good? Could you count to 5 for me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now I'll have her double tap. All right, cool, yeah, you got it. Okay, so now the noise cancellation is on. Does it sound any different from before? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna read my sentences I have here, and then she'll read hers after. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. You go ahead and read yours.
The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. Two blue fish swam in the tank.
All right, thank you. So that was what it sounds like with the noise cancellation feature on. Does it sound any different as she goes away from me?
Far.
As we walk away from each other, does it sound different at all?
Yeah, it's not gonna rain.
Oh my goodness. Rain might come, you never know. And then I'm gonna hand her this and I'll walk away from her and see if that sounds any different.
Do you want me to walk all the way over there?
Oh, we can do that too. I'm just gonna walk towards you guys. and she's gonna walk away from me. Claims. See if that works. Look how far she is from me, you guys.
Hello.
Wait, is there still sound bars when I'm talking?
There wasn't for a bit.
Okay. Can't hear me. Let's see. So,
Yeah.
okay, as I approach her, it's coming back, right? It's coming back.
Well,
I'm gonna stand at this circle for reference.
are you talking?
Is it still picking it up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. She's gonna keep going, I guess. I mean, okay, welcome to the second part of our testing. I just wanted to see what the standard phone microphone would sound like against the MOVO Di Duo. Now, I'm on the default voice memo app on my iPhone, and I wanted to see what it sounds like. So me and her are going to read our sentences that I have on our cards here, and this is about an inch away from my mouth, just like before, and I'll start off reading my sentences. Okay, here we go. The small pup gnawed a hole in the sock. The fish twisted and turned on the bent hook. Press the pants and sew a button on the vest. Oh, do you want to hold it? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hold it. The swan dive was far short of perfect. The beauty of the view stunned the young boy. 2 blue fish swam in the tank.
All right, thank you. Oh yeah, and how's it picking up the airplane sound too? Yeah. So it's picking that up. I don't doubt that this sounds bad, and it's not as windy as when we had the other microphone, so
yes.
that could play into this not sounding as bad either, because I do know when you have the standard microphone and there's heavy wind, it does not sound as good. And you have the foam windscreens for that while you don't have it for this, because I call her when it's windy outside and she complains about the wind.
Correct.
Welcome to test number 3. Now this is just on the iPhone, and I don't have the microphone connected, so it might sound a little funny, but this is what it sounds like with no microphone. And I'm about to plug in the microphone just to see what it sounds like. So just remember how we sound right now with the stock microphone, the environment, and my voice. And we're about, how far would you say we are?
About 2.5 feet.
2.5 feet away. Okay, so we're about 2.5 feet away, and then now we're gonna plug
3
in.
feet.
Okay.
2.5 feet.
2.5 feet. Okay. So now we're gonna plug in the microphone and see what that sounds like. Now you are listening to both our microphones. They both
Yes.
should be on.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And keep in mind, on this test, we also don't have the foam windscreen. So does that sound any different with us having the windscreen on? And this is what it sounds like just having it not audio synced up to my camera, just straight from the phone with the MOVO Di Duo plugged in. Oh, here, a plane's coming. Maybe you can hear what that sounds like.
Oh, yeah. It's not as close as the other ones.
Yeah, not as close as other ones. But do you guys hear that though? Got it?
Yep.
All right, so both of us are now on the noise cancellation mode. Does it sound any different from before? Just let's give them a little listen of the ambient noise.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully another airplane passes by.
Yeah. And do take note, we do hear cicadas and other bugs and noises around us at the moment. Another plane's behind us, not as close, but maybe you guys can see it in the background here. So I think this would be the perfect tool for any interview type of content creation. Now, I wanted to test what this sounds like if you're just holding it in your hands like this and it's not attached to you, and see if there's any difference when you're holding it further out versus further in, and at what point does it sound better or worse, or what's the sensitivity on picking up the sound. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
have both of us move it like somewhat close. What do you say? Like this is about an inch away.
Yeah, this is good.
So this is about an
Yeah.
inch away. So this is what it sounds like an inch away, and I'll just say a sentence and she'll repeat after me. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3.
Mic testing, 1, 2, 3.
And then now we'll have it a little further down, like, reporter style, like, oh, this is the news. I don't know. So now this is what it sounds like right here. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3.
Mic testing, 1, 2, 3.
And keep in mind, I am louder, so
Yes.
yeah, so it'll pick me up a little more. But if you're a quieter person, maybe this will be a good contrast for you guys to know what both of us sound like. So that concludes our tests. I just wanted to figure out and see what this microphone can do and see what would be best fit for the Movo Di Duo. Now, back to the studio.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, here is an indoor test. We are in my room here. Ceiling fan is on. Other ambiance of the room is on, such as the computer, my laptop, all on right now. How does this sound? This is the audio just straight from my phone. No Movo Di Duo. Remember what this sounds like. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3. We will now switch to the Di Duo. You are now listening to the Movo Di Duo here in my room. Once again, ceiling fan is on, same with the laptop and computer. This is what it sounds like, just the normal regular mode. We're going to turn on the noise cancellation and see what that sounds like in 1, 2, 3. The noise cancellation mode is now on. How does it sound compared to before? Once again, we are in my room, laptop, computer, and ceiling fan is on. Does the noise cancellation take out these sounds? And here's what it sounds like. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3. Mic testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that concludes our tests. What do y'all think? For me personally, I was most surprised by the noise cancellation function. I honestly was a bit skeptical at first, but hearing the tests outside and here in my room, I am quite surprised that it actually kills the ambiance. For example, like my ceiling fan, my computer, you can hear that in here. And even outside when we were out in kind of that nature-like setting with the insects, the planes, everything, you can tell that it did block off some of that sound. And that's impressive. But of course, as some of y'all know, I am someone that just likes to keep audio completely raw, and if I can control what is going on, I will do so because I don't like adding a filter from something, just because I want to know what's going on with my audio. But nonetheless, Movo, good job. Another thing I really wanted to note, Movo, good job on the sound quality, because another microphone I reviewed here earlier on the channel, it's not from Movo, but it was the same system, even same price point, wireless for your phone. And with that microphone, I had to have the mic like this close in order to pick up my voice. It was muffled and it just didn't sound right. And it didn't pick up my voice that well here. And any plosive, it will affect that microphone when it is this close to your mouth. So I am glad with this one, I can have it at different distances and it still sounds just as great. All right, so cons. Let's go over them and see what they are. Though there's not much, it's still good to point out. So first one, when switching in between modes, those clicks that you make, you can definitely hear them in the audio. Now, of course, you can edit these out, but if you're doing any live stream or anything like that, you're gonna hear those clicks, and the viewers will too. Second, not really that big, but noise cancellation will alter your voice a bit. I mean, of course it will, because it's trying to remove certain pitches, so it only makes sense. But not that big of a deal. Just thought it'd be something I wanted to mention. And then third and final one, and that is possible interference issues. As seen with my tests, interference was an issue when facing away from the receiver. So if you're planning to record at a distance, make sure you're facing the receiver and have a clear space in between you, your mic, and your phone for the best results. And yes, I know, that's with any wireless device. Put things in between them that are wireless, there's bound to be interference. I know, but you still have to mention it. Other than that, I think this is a great kit for any type of mobile content creator, and I am glad that Movo took their time to get this one right. With that being said, I think this is a great solution for anyone who wants to record videos as a pair and removes the old school double lav wiring setup, which is perfect, so no one will fight over a single microphone or have the need to sync audio twice. Thank you so much, Movo, for sending me this product to try out. And thank you guys for watching and sticking it out all the way to the end here. I really appreciate it. And just quick news, I hit 500 subscribers, which is awesome. I am so glad y'all are sticking around and watching my videos. And next video, I'm going to be talking about how I got my first 500 subscribers. So any creators out there that are new here, if you want to know how I did and interested on my journey, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I appreciate it. Have a blessed day. See y'all next time. Peace.